All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Middlesex County celebration of National Adoption Day. My name is Jim Nolan. I am your Master of Ceremonies. I am here on behalf of the Middlesex County Bar Foundation. I'd like to welcome you all. Thank you all for coming. This event is sponsored by the Middlesex County Superior Court, the Middlesex County Surrogate's Office, the New Jersey Department of Children and Families, Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders, and the Middlesex County Bar Foundation. This, we believe, is our 10th annual celebration of this day. National Adoption Day is a collective national effort to raise awareness of the more than 100,000 children in U.S. foster care waiting to find permanent, loving families. This annual one-day event has made the dreams of thousands of children come true by working with policymakers, practitioners, and advocates to finalize adoptions and create and celebrate adoptive families. In total, National Adoption Day has helped nearly 58,000 children move from foster care to a forever family. When National Adoption Day began in 2000, it was with 7 cities in which courtrooms opened on Saturday before Thanksgiving to finalize adoptions. Now, 16 years later, more than 400 cities across the country, including Washington, D.C., Guam, and Puerto Rico, dedicate a day during November to the finalization of hundreds and hundreds of adoptions. More than 4,000 children have their adoptions finalized during a National Adoption Day celebration each year. Our first speaker is a very, very old friend of mine. We've been friends for about, well, I better not say, a long time. Her father and I were law partners for many, many years, and it is my honor to introduce Judge Deborah Venetia, who is the presiding judge of the family courts here in Middlesex County.
Jim said I'm a very old friend. I'm not very old. We're just old friends. Thank you, Jim. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here today, and I want to say first that I'm here. Ordinarily, our assignment judge would be here, but he was unable based on scheduling conflicts, but he is an ardent supporter of the National Adoption Program, and I know that I deliver his regards in that regard. I have been the presiding judge in the family division here in Middlesex County for over 8 years now. But I have only had the privilege of doing the adoption calendar for the last 2 years. And that's because my predecessor in this docket type was Judge Figueroa. And those who have worked in the system know Judge Figueroa had a special place in his heart for the adoption cases. And I could never understand, like, what was that tie? Why did he love it so much that he wasn't willing to step aside? Until one day, when he was on vacation, I was able to fill in temporarily and do the docket. And it was then that I was bit by the love bug, and I understood what it was about that docket that was so special to Judge Figueroa. And so it is not just for me a pleasure, it is a privilege and an honor to be able to handle these cases. And as anyone who works in the family courthouse will tell you, we deal with so many difficult issues, people going through difficult times at the family courthouse. They're not coming for happy things. It's families who are in disarray, whether it's need for custody or child support, or maybe it's a marriage that's sort of in ruins. And so the tone and the atmosphere of the family courthouse is not one that you would generally describe as uplifting, except for one day of the month. And that is on the first floor of the family courthouse. We see more smiles, more hugs, more handshakes, more kisses, more posters, and sometimes, yes, even customized t-shirts celebrating the day. And it truly is a wonderful place to be because we are creating forever families. It's so appropriate to have National Adoption Day in the month of Thanksgiving, where we're so thankful for what we have. And it truly is a wonderful time and a celebration and an ability to be able to shine a light on the goodness that's in this world, right? Which is you all. You are the givers. You give your homes, your lives, and your hearts to someone else so that they can have a forever family. And it truly is an act of goodness. A celebration like today doesn't take place without a lot of preparation and planning. Those that are involved in the child welfare system, I want to thank you, the DAGs, the law guardians, the CASA workers. These are people who pour their efforts into making sure that this process moves forward and into improving outcomes for children that culminate in a proceeding like today. And so I thank you all. There's also a lot of planning in terms of the actual physical putting this program together. I want to thank Jim Nolan because Jim has been doing this for several years now, and he took over for his predecessor, Lou Cady, and Jim does a great job in organizing the event. I also want to thank the surrogate, Kevin Hoagland, and Ms. Sutton, who helps me, who processes the cases, works with the families, and prepares me. And I want to thank Sharon for all her help. Also, as I said, the DCP&P workers, the CASA workers, and I'm sure I've forgotten someone or some agency. I want to thank the court staff as well for giving of their time and their efforts to make this day a possibility. And you know, I think there are no greater words, and there are only 4 words that are no more powerful, no more important, and no more emotional than when I can say judgment for adoption granted. And I'm looking forward to saying that 18 times today, and that's a wonderful thing. So thank you all and congratulations today.
Thank you very much, Judge Venetia. Our next speaker, someone else who I have known for many, many years, since I was about 13. I'm not so concerned about his age, so he's quite a bit older than me, but I've known him since I was about junior high or so. And ironically, Judge Venetia and our next speaker, Senator Joe Vitale and myself, all grew up in Colonia, so we're pushing the New Brunswick guys around a little bit. But Joe Vitale is a great friend of mine, a great senator, really someone who breaks the mold for a politician. He's always on the edge of issues to help children and families and senior citizens. He's a tremendous advocate for those groups, healthcare, insurance, all of those things. So he is really is a great humanitarian, somebody who's not in it for the ego, he's in it to help people, he really is. And it's my honor to invite Senator Vitale up here.
Thank you, Jim, and thanks to everyone who's here today. This has been here several years in a row to attend this event, and it's always one of the highlights of my year to take time out and to be here. And it's not a sacrifice. This is a real joy to see so many happy faces that are going to have these children in their lives, and thank you for doing that. So it's either you already have a family, you're expanding that family, or you're going to have a child for the first time. And either way, it's a really special time for you, and it's certainly special for them. I want to thank Commissioner Blake and all those who are here today. The Commissioner and her department does a phenomenal job looking out for the welfare of children in the state, and over the years has really made a mark. New Jersey as really an example for so many other states around the country in terms of how we care for and monitor children in foster care, children that need to go into the system, and to protect them. So their services are invaluable, literally, for thousands of children in the state. Thank you, Commissioner, for that. And Kevin Hoagland, our surrogate, where all this work goes through his office, and how dedicated he and his staff are to helping all of you come together, not just today, but every day. So over the years, as chairman of the Health Committee, and we've worked on issues that impact the adoption system and trying to make it seamless and easier. But on the welfare side, in terms of taking care of children, making sure that they have the right protection and then eventually the right families to unite with, is a very important thing. It's also a very special thing. And so you can tell by today the number of adoptions that are going to take place and what that means for those children. It's all about them. But you need to be congratulated for stepping up, making that personal sacrifice, bringing them into your lives. But you have now given these children such an advantage that they never would have likely had. and a life that they may never have had. So thank you for that, and God bless you for such a beautiful day, and good luck in the future. Thank you.
Our next speaker is the Commissioner of New Jersey Department of Children and Families. And in the past few years, we've had the good fortune of having Lisa Von Peer, the Assistant Commissioner. This year we have the Commissioner. The thing that I think is really significant about these people in my dealings with them is that they're true believers. They're not, they're not sort of, they're not doing it because that's their job or because they have to. These are people who really love what they do, and that, in my experience, seems to trickle down to all of the people that work there. They are all true believers. They're not bureaucrats. They're people that love what they do, love to help people, love to help their children. They seem to live it night and day, and I know they live night and day because they're there 24/7 for the families and children in the state of New Jersey. So I would like to invite the Honorable Allison Blake to speak, our Commissioner of New Jersey Department of Children and Families.
Good morning. So I can't tell you how delighted I am to be here to celebrate National Adoption Month 2016. I was appointed commissioner in 2010, and myself and Lisa Von Peer, who was here with you last year, every year try to get to as many National Adoption Month celebrations as we can. And I have a few left. It's been 6.5 years, but this is my first time, my opportunity to be in Middlesex County. So I'm really happy to be here with you this morning. And I just want to start by thanking everyone here who makes this event possible and who does this work all year long. So could I ask all of you to just give a big round of applause to everyone here in Middlesex County? The New Jersey Department of Children and Families, celebrates National Adoption Month in all 21 counties, and we do that for two reasons. I mean, for many reasons, but first and foremost, because our mission is to help strengthen families and to assure that children have an opportunity to thrive in families, to grow up in loving and caring and safe homes. But also, this really is at the heart of our work, right? And so you heard folks today talk about the fact that the staff in the Division of Child Protection and Permanency have very difficult jobs. And so seeing children be able to achieve adoption, to be connected to loving homes, sometimes that's with relatives or family friends, sometimes it's with new resource families, really reinforces for them that that they are doing great work and really helping children, which is why so many of them first became social workers and staff members in the Department of Children and Families. So, so I want to thank all of our staff who are here from Middlesex County today. I don't always get to see you, so it's nice to see all of you, and I want to congratulate you. We are finalizing 200 adoptions this month, and that's a lot to be proud of. So I want to thank all the staff from DCF. I just also wanted to take a moment to share just a couple of facts about the work that we're doing across the state as it relates to adoption. So, as I said, we expect that we're going to finalize 200 adoptions in November 2016. And of course, we don't know how many will be finalized in December, but I can share that in 2015, we finalized over 1,000 adoptions, about 1,063. And one area of particular focus for us over the course of the last several years has been finding forever families for older youth. And so I'm just really proud of our staff and all of our system partners. I want you to know that in 2015, we were able to find forever families to finalize adoptions for 79 older youth between the ages of 14 and 21. That was a real accomplishment, a real milestone for us, and so I think it's a lot to be proud of. And again, I just want to acknowledge the staff from DCF. And lastly, something else that I think is a real shift in our system that we're seeing happen across the country is we have really come to understand and focus more on the role that relatives and family friends can play in a child's life, particularly when they're not able to grow up in their biological home. And so probably today about 94% of the children who are adopted by either resource families or by kinship caregivers, relatives, family, friends. And so, we know that relatives and family friends play an incredibly important role in children's lives and in their well-being. And so, to all the resource families who are here today, the relatives, the family, friends, I want to thank you for opening your homes and for all you're doing to support our children. And I offer congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Jonathan Coles. Jonathan is the Executive Director of Middlesex County Bar Association. He's here on behalf of the Bar Association and the Bar Foundation. The bar supports this event. John helps out with a lot of things here, sort of makes a lot of this look seamless, even though there's a lot of work involved in it, so thank you. Another plug, if I may. You've heard a little bit about the surrogate's office. We are lucky, very lucky in Middlesex County to have a great surrogate, Kevin Hoagland, my friend. Kevin Hoagland, who has been the surrogate here in Middlesex County for 24 years. His office, and he has an unbelievable staff, and his office does a great job in helping with getting everything through the courts for adoptions to make adoptions happen. And he's an incredible hard worker, very knowledgeable. The surrogates throughout the state will call him when they have a tough question. So again, thank you, Kevin. And that brings me into our next speaker, who is the brother of Kevin. Every year we have a speaker to speak on behalf from the perspective of either an adopted person or an adopted parent. So I would like to welcome John J. Hoagland Jr., who is the Supervisor, Relay Division, Public Service, Electric and Gas.
Morning, everybody. My brother Kevin asked me to speak at today's National Adoption Ceremony because I am the proud father of an adopted child. Her name is Nicole Marisol Hoagland. I thought I would share my story with you this morning and offer my thoughts and feelings about my experience and what it's meant to me personally being an adopted parent. There are so many reasons why parents choose to adopt children, and I'm sure my story is very similar to many adopted families, yet very unique, because each child that we are blessed to have in our lives is special in their own way. My life as a father started a little over 28 years ago when my oldest daughter, Danielle Marie, was born 6 weeks premature. Spent her first 9 weeks in a neonatal intensive care unit at St. Peter's Hospital here in New Brunswick. She battled for her life, and with the help of the wonderful doctors and nurses at St. Peter's, she finally came home with many complications. She was born deaf and has cerebral palsy, but with the support of her family and my brother Kevin as her role model and hero, she was able to overcome all the obstacles life presented her and graduated from Gallaudet University and went on to receive her master's degree in special education from the University of South Florida. She currently resides in Orlando, Florida, and now teaches in the Orlando area. A few years after Danielle was born, and after discussions with doctors to prevent any further complications of having children, we decided to try and have another child. Unfortunately, our daughter, Courtney Lynn, passed away just one day after she was born due to complications at birth very similar to Danielle's. 1 year later, we lost another child, and only a few months after conception, and we were finally told by doctors that we could no longer have children. After taking the necessary time to recover from these very unfortunate events in our lives, we decided to pursue adoption. We contacted several friends and family, met a beautiful family who had adopted a child from South America. We were put in touch with an attorney from Long Island, went through an extraordinary process of applying for adoption, and in less than 1 year, we were given the great news at an adoption reunion ceremony in Long Island that would be the proud parents of a baby born in Medellin, Colombia, South America. Her name was Marisol Ortiz. She was born March 28, 1995, and after 2 trips to South America, brought home a beautiful 3-month-old baby girl who has brought so much love in our lives and who I'm very proud to have as a daughter today and forever. I would like to acknowledge my mom and dad. If it wasn't for their support throughout my life, and most especially with the adoption of Nicole, I certainly wouldn't be here today as a proud father celebrating this day with all of you. It takes the support of many people to make adoption work, to become a positive experience, but there are no more important people in your family, in your life I should say, than your family. Nicole is a very loving daughter, but she's also a loving granddaughter, niece, and cousin to everyone in her extended family. And I'm extremely grateful to have everyone in my family for the tremendous amount of love and support they have shown to Nicole since we were blessed to have her in our lives 21 years ago. Nicole is a wonderful young lady who's been given everything necessary to pursue her dreams in life. She is currently a junior in college at Coastal Carolina University in Myrtle Beach and would like to pursue her work in the field of psychology. She presents challenges just like any other 21-year-old. But above everything else, I consider Nicole the gift from above, a true blessing, a child that was brought into my life and the lives of so many other people through adoption. When one door closed, another one opened. And through that door stepped a beautiful girl, and I have a lot to be thankful to today as we celebrate National Adoption Day this morning. I wish all the parents, children, and families gathered here tonight, or today, all the love and happiness that Nicole has brought into my life, and congratulate everyone for the decisions to adopt their children and give them the wonderful life that all children deserve to have. Thank you for your time today, the opportunity to share my story. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, John. People who have not gone through the process as parents don't really understand, may not understand what goes into it, what goes into the process. I myself am an adoptive parent. My wife and I adopted a little girl 5.5 years ago, Olivia Rain Nolan, born on my birthday. We were there for the birth, and she was born on my birthday. So I know very well what you parents have dealt with, have gone through. For those of you who have not, it can be a very, very arduous process. It's long, it's involved. Lawyers, consultants, all kinds of people are involved, and many people are involved and that make it happen, that help. But for the parents, it can be a long, emotional, sometimes expensive process, and I want to salute all of you for enduring that, and congratulate you for what's about to happen. Obviously, today makes it all worth it. Those children, adopting those children and bringing those children into your home permanently, to know that they're yours forever now is an incredible feeling. And on behalf of everyone here, we congratulate you and thank you for coming today and thank you for participating. That concludes our program, and you are invited next door for breakfast. Thank you very much.